Today I will be explaining in depth on how to use formulas in Data Raptor Transform. So let's take use case. So I'm having this data JSON. In this data JSON, I'm having only contact information. This is contacts, this is contact ID and name. So how I want output? This is my output. If any of these contacts is having account IDs, I want those account IDs in comma separated form. And also I want only contacts with accounts, like contacts with account, name, ID. Apart from these two fields, I want account ID, account name as well. So this is my task. So I created a brand new data raptor transform here and I pasted, this is my input, same input I have pasted here. Now let's get started. So now here my first task is I want to get account ID for these contacts. How to get account ID? So in the Data Raptor Transform, even though inside Data Raptor Transform, basically Data Raptor Transform is you can convert one kind of data into another structure of data. But by using formulas here, you can query, you can fetch Salesforce records as well. So there is out of the box function is available, query. So I want to account ID. So we can use a query how we use in Apex. Select account ID from contact where ID. From where ID will come? So I'm processing this data, right? ID I need to take from here. Contacts colon ID where ID equal to. So you have to use single quote inside 0. This is the dynamic parameter. So now we need to supply for this parameter what is the value. That value is coming from input JSON. Contacts colon ID. So this query will execute for each entry in this input JSON. So select account ID from contact, contact where ID equal to contacts colon ID. Now this output of this query I will store in the same structure, same node. So my node will be contacts colon account ID. So once this query executed, then here one more node will be created, account ID. Account ID and value will be come here. So on the output I'm storing in the same JSON node, contacts colon account ID. Now some contacts is not linked to account. At that time account ID will be null, right? So in order to do that, I will use one more formula. If so, I can use output of this formula in another formula. So if is not blank of contacts colon account ID. If account ID is not blank, then I will specify true. Otherwise false. This data will go to same node instead of account ID is account exist. So this is if I'm using output of this formula into here. If is not blank, that means account ID is not blank. That means account ID is there. At that time, account exists true. Is not blank, contacts colon account ID. If this is not blank, true. Otherwise, false. Now, once this formula executed, one more node will be created here. Is account exist either true or false? If account ID is there, at that time true will come. Otherwise, false will come. Yeah. So now I want to output in this format, right? Contacts with accounts. So we can say is a contacts with accounts, right? Now we filter all this data contacts where is account is equal to true, then I will get only contacts with accounts, right? So let's try. Let's see with these two formulas how data will come. Go to transforms. So once this formula executes successfully, then those two output of those two formulas I'm writing here same. Now if I transforms, now my input JSON path is contacts. Let's see print contact. Output JSON path also trans transformed contacts. Go to options, preview, execute. See here is account exist false. Is account exist false means at the time account ID is null. Account ID is null not coming why because if any value is null then it by default it will not included in the output. If you want to configure that behavior, select this one, override target for all null inputs. Now execute again. So account exist false, false. See here account exist is equal to true. For this contact, account is true. Now wait, this is not working. Override target for all null inputs. Preview. Execute. Okay. Account ID also should come here. If it is null, also it should include here. Account ID. Now in the output, I want name also, right? Account name. How to get account name here? Let's complete that one. Now here account ID is there. Now I will use one more formula here. One more query. If account exist is equal to true, that means account ID is there. Now I can, whenever account exist is equal to true. So here instead of query, you need to use if condition here. If contents colon account exist account exist equal to true, you can use if this is evaluates to true at that time this will call. If it is true means now I need to make one more query. by using query function. Query, otherwise if this returns false, now I will specify here no name, no account, no account name. So contacts colon is account exist. If this gives true, then I need to make one more query here. What is that query? Select name from account where id equal to from where id will come. Id will come from here, contacts colon account id. If is account exists true, then it will execute and it will give account name. That account name again I will write in the same node. Contacts colon account name. If this evaluates to false, if this evaluates false, then no account name will come here. Let's execute this one. Go to preview, execute. See, for this one, this contact is not linked to any account. So account name, no account name. See here, this contact is having, this contact is linked to account. Here account name is white Carley. So now this output contacts with accounts, name, account ID, name, ID, account ID, account name, account ID, account name. Now if you want data, this output data, you need to filter this data, right? Filter contacts where is account exist is equal to true. Then let's do that as well. Filter. So you need to pass input as list. Now filter. I need to filter contacts. Contacts. What is filtering criteria? Contacts where this account exists, is account exists, you can use. Go to preview, is account exist, you can use this one. Formulas. Is account exist equal to true. Now this formula will give multiple records, right? Sorry. This formula will give multiple records. So those records I will not store under contacts. Now I will store under different root node. That node will be same. I will use contacts with accounts. Contacts with accounts. Now I will include contacts with account in output. Contacts with account goes to same. I will use contacts with accounts. Now preview it. See here now contacts with accounts. This is the data. Contact with account. These many contacts is linked to accounts. We have 1, 2. So total we have 12 should be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. If we go to in my arc, there are 12 records. There are 12 accounts. Those are linked to there are 12 contacts. Those are linked to account. So those are coming here. Contacts with account. Now my first output achieved here. Contacts with accounts. Now I want account IDs in comma separated form here. List of strings. See here, comma separated string. How can we do that? Now go to again here. Now contacts with accounts. Now this output of this formula I'm storing here. This node. It will always contain contacts with accounts. Now I will use one more formula here. So if we otherwise contacts with accounts colon account ID. No need to use formula also. You can just simply specify contacts with account means this one contacts with accounts. From this node, I want account ID. So account ID. So what is the output here? Output node name account IDs. Now I will include this account IDs in the output. Go to transform account IDs goes to account IDs. Now I don't want this output is disabled. I will specify. Now execute here. Contact with the accounts. After that, account IDs. See here, comma separated from all 12 account IDs available here. So you can specify this formula contacts with accounts. Yeah. So this is how we have to use formulas. They will ask question in Data Raptor Transform. Is there a way to query records? Yeah, you can tell by using query function. Even in Data Raptor Transform, you can query data, Salesforce data. Here limitation is you need to extract only one column here. You cannot extract multiple columns. That is the limitation. And you can use multiple and or condition also. ID equal to 0 and number of employees equal to, you can use multiple here. Yeah, here trick will be you need to store output of these formulas into same node, same input node, same input node. Yeah, same input node in the sense here, so that you can filter this data in further formulas. Yeah, I hope something you learn from this video. Thanks for watching.